From the bustling streets of Queens to the gleaming towers of Manhattan, the name Donald J. Trump has become synonymous with ambition and wealth. Born into a real estate family, Trump's early life was a blend of privilege and drive. His father, Fred Trump, instilled in him a keen business acumen. This foundation helped Trump build a multi-billion-dollar empire. His journey transcends the typical narrative of a self-made businessman. It's a story intertwined with celebrity, high-stakes negotiations, and a thirst for the spotlight. Trump's relentless ambition led him to an unprecedented victory in the 2016 presidential election. His unorthodox campaign, fueled by populist rhetoric, resonated with a disillusioned segment of the population. His presidency was marked by fervent support and vehement opposition, making it one of the most divisive in history. Characterized by policy changes, including tax cuts and deregulation, and a hardline stance on immigration, his unpredictable foreign policies sent shockwaves globally. Marred by scandal, his presidency saw 2 impeachment trials. Even after his 2020 defeat, Trump's influence on American politics remains undeniable. Donald John Trump's story began in the affluent enclave of Jamaica Estates, Queens, New York. Born on June 14, 1946, he was the 4th of 5 children in a family already accustomed to a life of comfort and privilege. His father, Fred Trump, had built a substantial real estate empire, primarily focused on middle-class housing developments in Brooklyn and Queens. This early exposure to the world of construction and deal-making would prove pivotal in shaping young Donald's ambitions. The Trump family residence, a 23-room Tudor-style mansion, stood as a testament to their affluence. While Donald enjoyed a privileged upbringing, his father instilled in him a strong work ethic, emphasizing the importance of diligence and ambition. Fred Trump, a stern patriarch, believed in instilling discipline and a competitive spirit in his children. Donald, known for his energy and boisterous personality, often found himself vying for his father's attention. Summers were often spent visiting construction sites with his father, where Donald witnessed firsthand the complexities of real estate development. These early experiences provided valuable lessons in negotiation, project management, and the art of identifying lucrative opportunities. While Donald's natural charisma and self-assuredness were apparent from a young age, it was his father's guidance that laid the foundation for his future business endeavors. Fred Trump, a shrewd businessman in his own right, recognized his son's entrepreneurial spirit and sought to nurture it. He often involved Donald in discussions about real estate deals, explaining the intricacies of financing, construction, and tenant management. These conversations, held around the dinner table or during car rides to construction sites, served as informal business lessons, instilling in Donald a keen understanding of the real estate market and the dynamics of deal-making. Beyond his father's direct tutelage, Donald's upbringing in Jamaica Estates exposed him to a world of ambition and material success. The neighborhood, populated by doctors, lawyers, and successful entrepreneurs, provided a glimpse into the lifestyle that Donald himself would come to embody. The drive to achieve, to accumulate wealth and status, was ingrained in the very fabric of his surroundings. While Donald excelled in certain subjects, his behavior often posed challenges for his teachers. His energetic nature and tendency to push boundaries led to disciplinary issues, eventually prompting his parents to enroll him in the New York Military Academy at the age of 13. This decision, while difficult, was driven by a desire to instill discipline and structure in their son, qualities that Fred Trump believed were essential for success in business and life. The New York Military Academy, with its rigorous academic curriculum and strict code of conduct, presented a stark contrast to Donald's life in Jamaica Estates. The experience proved transformative, forcing him to adapt to a highly structured environment and navigate the challenges of military discipline. While initially resistant, Donald gradually acclimated to the Academy's demands, excelling in athletics and developing leadership skills within the school's hierarchical structure. The Academy's emphasis on physical fitness resonated with Donald, who participated enthusiastically in sports such as baseball and football. He thrived in competitive environments, displaying a natural athleticism and a fierce determination to succeed. Beyond the playing field, the Academy instilled in him the importance of teamwork, discipline, and perseverance, qualities that would later serve him well in the ruthless world of New York real estate. Despite the Academy's positive influence on his character, Donald never fully embraced the military lifestyle. He chafed against the strict rules and regulations, yearning for the freedom and autonomy he had enjoyed in his youth. Nevertheless, the experience left an indelible mark, shaping his leadership style and instilling in him a lifelong appreciation for order and control. Following his graduation from the New York Military Academy in 1964, Donald Trump enrolled at Fordham University in the Bronx. After 2 years at Fordham, Trump transferred to the Wharton School of the University of Pennsylvania, one of the most prestigious business schools in the country. At Wharton, Trump immersed himself in finance and real estate, assisting his father with real estate projects. He began exploring independent business ventures, purchasing and renovating a dilapidated apartment building near campus. This early success fueled his ambition. Armed with a Wharton degree and an unwavering belief in his abilities, Donald Trump set his sights on Manhattan. Determined to make his mark on the city's iconic skyline, he envisioned a path aligned with his grand ambitions. Manhattan, with its soaring skyscrapers, represented the pinnacle of real estate development. Trump's early ventures were marked by boldness and audacity. His first major triumph was the acquisition and redevelopment of the Commodore Hotel, transforming it into the luxurious Grand Hyatt New York in 1980. This project established Trump as a major player in Manhattan real estate. Following the success of the Grand Hyatt, Trump embarked on his most ambitious project yet, the construction of Trump Tower, a 58-story skyscraper on Fifth Avenue in Manhattan. The tower featured a 6-story atrium with pink marble and a cascading waterfall, epitomizing Trump's penchant for opulence. It was a bold statement symbolizing the Trump brand's ascent to luxury, housing luxury condos, high-end retail, and Trump's lavish penthouse. Trump Tower opened in 1983, solidifying Trump's status as a real estate titan. Trump Tower became a symbol of his success, leading Trump to expand his brand into various industries. He acquired hotels and casinos in Atlantic City, launched Trump-branded merchandise, and purchased the unfinished Taj Mahal Casino. He envisioned it as the world's most luxurious casino, a monument to his success. Beyond casinos, Trump expanded his real estate empire, acquiring properties across the U.S. and internationally. While Trump's early ventures in Atlantic City brought him immense wealth and notoriety, they also sowed the seeds of his future financial troubles. The casino industry, while potentially lucrative, was highly competitive and subject to economic fluctuations. Trump's aggressive expansion, fueled by debt and driven by his relentless pursuit of growth, left his companies vulnerable to downturns in the market. Throughout the late 1980s and early 1990s, Trump's casinos faced mounting financial pressures. The recession of the early 1990s hit the gambling industry particularly hard, and Trump's companies struggled to generate the revenue needed to service their massive debts. Despite his efforts to restructure his businesses and secure additional financing, Trump's casino empire teetered on the brink of collapse. In 1991, Trump's Taj Mahal Casino filed for bankruptcy, followed by bankruptcies of his other Atlantic City properties in 1992. The bankruptcies, while ultimately enabling Trump to restructure his debts and retain some control of his businesses, tarnished his image as a shrewd businessman and exposed the fragility of his empire. Section 5. Facing Adversity, Bankruptcies, and Business Comebacks. The bankruptcies of the early 1990s marked a turning point in Trump's business career. He managed to salvage some assets and rebuild his fortune, confronting vulnerabilities and adapting his business approach. The setbacks did little to diminish his ambition or belief in his abilities. Trump emerged with a renewed focus on branding and licensing. He shifted his strategy to leverage his brand through licensing deals and management contracts. This approach allowed him to generate revenue without assuming the same level of financial risk. In 2004, he launched The Apprentice, catapulting him to a new level of fame. The show showcased his management style and catchphrases such as, "You're fired," Section 1. From boardroom to living room, The Apprentice takes center stage. By 2004, Trump's reality show, The Apprentice, premiered, forever altering his career and public image. The show was an instant success, with Trump delivering the iconic phrase, "You're fired." Section 2. You're fired. The catchphrase that defined a persona. The catchphrase, "You're fired," became synonymous with Trump, encapsulating his image as a decisive leader. The show's success cemented Trump's position as a master of branding and self-promotion. Section 3. Master of the media universe. Trump's command of the spotlight. Trump's use of social media allowed him to bypass traditional media and communicate directly with his base. The Apprentice and his social media savvy transformed Trump into a cultural phenomenon. Section 4. Reality show to political stage, a carefully crafted narrative. Trump's presidential campaign in 2016 was a continuation of The Apprentice on a grander scale. His slogan, "Make America Great Again," tapped into a deep well of nostalgia and yearning for change. Section 1. A populist uprising, challenging the political establishment. Trump's 2016 campaign, fueled by populist rhetoric, upended the Republican establishment. His promise to drain the swamp resonated with voters feeling left behind by globalization. Section 2. The campaign trail, rallies, rhetoric, and resonating with discontent. Trump's rallies were electric, with speeches heavy on emotional appeals. His use of social media allowed him to control the narrative and set the campaign agenda. Section 3. A nation divided. The 2016 election and its aftermath. Trump's victory over Hillary Clinton exposed deep divisions within American society. The election highlighted the limitations of identity politics and the Democratic Party's struggle to connect with white working-class voters. Section 4. The Trump Agenda, Economic Nationalism, and America First Policies. Trump prioritized economic nationalism, withdrawing from trade agreements and imposing tariffs. His tax cuts primarily benefited corporations and wealthy individuals, exacerbating income inequality. Section 5. Reshaping the judiciary, a conservative legacy on the courts. Trump's judicial appointments solidified a conservative majority on the Supreme Court. Recent rulings reflect the court's rightward shift, with profound consequences for American life. Section 6. Turbulent waters, controversies, impeachment, and the shadow of scandal. Trump's presidency was marked by controversies, scandals, and investigations. He was impeached in 2019, but acquitted by the Senate. Section 7. A presidency unlike any other, the enduring impact of the Trump era. Trump's presidency was marked by deep partisan divisions and social unrest. Love him or hate him, Trump left an indelible mark on American history. Donald Trump's departure from the White House in January 2021 marked the end of his presidency, but not the end of his influence. He retreated to his Mar-a-Lago estate in Palm Beach, Florida, transforming the opulent private club into a hub of political activity. From this sunny sanctuary, Trump remained a force to be reckoned with, plotting his next moves and keeping a watchful eye on the Republican Party he once led. Mar-a-Lago, with its sprawling lawns, gilded ballrooms, and aura of exclusivity, became a pilgrimage site for Republican hopefuls seeking Trump's endorsement and for loyal supporters eager to hear him speak. Trump, never one to shy away from the spotlight, reveled in the adulation, hosting rallies, fundraisers, and private meetings that kept him at the center of the political conversation. While some former presidents fade into the background, embracing a life of quiet reflection and charitable endeavors, Trump seemed determined to remain a player on the political stage. Mar-a-Lago became his base camp, a place where he could strategize with allies, plot his comeback, and continue to shape the Republican Party in his image. Despite his loss in the 2020 election and his subsequent ban from social media platforms, Trump retained a powerful hold on the Republican base. He continued to spread his message through rallies, interviews, and appearances on conservative media outlets, railing against the Biden administration, repeating his claims of a stolen election, and promoting his own accomplishments. Trump's rallies, once a staple of his presidential campaign, became a way for him to connect directly with his most ardent supporters, bypassing the filters of traditional media and social media platforms. These events, often held in swing states or districts with competitive elections, were a testament to Trump's enduring popularity among a significant segment of the electorate. Trump's influence extended beyond rallies and speeches. He played an active role in Republican primaries, endorsing candidates who aligned with his views and actively campaigning against those who dared to cross him. His endorsements, often coveted by Republican hopefuls, had the power to make or break campaigns, demonstrating the depth of his influence within the party. The question of whether Trump would run for president again in 2024 loomed large over the Republican Party. Trump himself did little to discourage the speculation, often hinting at a possible comeback and teasing his supporters with the prospect of a second term. The possibility of a Trump candidacy cast a long shadow over the Republican field, deterring some potential contenders from entering the race and forcing others to carefully navigate their relationship with the former president. Trump's decision on whether to run again had the potential to reshape the Republican Party and the American political landscape. A Trump candidacy would likely galvanize his base and scramble the Republican primary field, but it could also alienate moderate voters and make it more difficult for Republicans to win a general election. The specter of 2024 hung over every political calculation, every policy debate, and every Republican gathering. Trump, even in his post-presidency, remained a singular force in American politics, his influence undeniable, his ambitions unclear, and his future uncertain. Donald John Trump's journey from real estate magnate to the Oval Office stands as one of the most improbable and consequential rises in modern history. His story is a uniquely American tale, one that embodies the nation's complex relationship with wealth, ambition, and the allure of celebrity. Trump's impact on American society transcends his time in the White House, leaving an indelible mark on the nation's political discourse, cultural landscape, and global standing. Trump's presidency was a period of intense polarization, exposing deep divisions within American society along lines of ideology, race, class, and culture. His supporters saw him as a champion of the forgotten man, a disruptor who challenged the status quo and fought for their interests against a corrupt and out-of-touch elite. His detractors viewed him as a demagogue, a threat to democratic institutions, and a stain on America's global reputation. Trump's legacy is a subject of intense debate, one that will likely continue for generations. His supporters point to his economic policies, his appointment of conservative judges, and his efforts to challenge China's economic dominance as evidence of his success. His critics argue that his presidency was marked by chaos, incompetence, and a disregard for democratic norms, leaving the nation more divided than ever. Despite his defeat in the 2020 election, Trump remained a powerful force in American politics. His continued influence over the Republican Party, his ability to command media attention, and his enduring popularity among a significant segment of the electorate ensured that he would remain a central figure in American public life. Whether he chooses to run for office again or not, Trump's shadow will continue to loom large over American politics. Trump's story is a reminder that the American dream, while often idealized, can be a double-edged sword. His rise to power exposed the vulnerabilities of a political system increasingly susceptible to populism, misinformation, and the corrosive influence of money in politics. It also revealed the deep divisions within American society, divisions that continue to shape the nation's political discourse and cultural identity. The full impact of the Trump era on American democracy remains to be seen. His presidency tested the resilience of American institutions and the strength of its democratic norms. The challenges he posed to the rule of law, the peaceful transfer of power, and the very notion of truth itself will continue to reverberate long after he has left the political stage. The story of Donald J. Trump is a cautionary tale, a reminder that the pursuit of power, wealth, and fame can come at a steep price. It is a story that will be debated, analyzed, and reinterpreted for generations to come, its lessons etched into the fabric of American history.